So today the One UI 7 update has been dropping for the S22 series. It dropped a few days ago for the Korean models here. So this is actually a locked version, so it took me a little bit longer to get the update. And I've been messing around with it, and so far it's been pretty good. So this update was around 4.6 gigabytes, so it's a very big update. And let's just go over, everything that you guys will want to know, and we'll just do a brief kind of overview of the S22 Plus here in general. So first off, the main thing you'll notice is that this phone is super smooth, super fast now, and the new animations make it feel like really a brand new phone. So, for a, older phone, this phone just feels a lot fresher now. So that is one thing that I like. Look like S22 Plus phones are going for good condition 200. Let's see, excellent, very good 224. That's pretty good. Yeah, so it looks like maybe excellent condition you'll be paying maybe like 230, 240 for this phone. But yeah, the S22 Plus has been a very solid phone since it came out. So one thing that I really like about this phone is the overall design. The overall hardware looks great still. A lot of people like this kind of classic design at this point with the cutout. And Samsung, recently got rid of that. They didn't recently get rid of it, but they got rid of it with the S23 series. And yeah, I think the cutout is pretty cool. And this is a very comfortable phone to hold, even though it's somewhat a little bit bigger phone. It's not like a small phone by any means. But yeah, hardware-wise, it still looks great. IP68 dust and water resistant. And this phone really, honestly, has not, I don't think, aged as far as looks-wise. It still looks great from the back and the front here. With the One UI 7 update, we do get the updated icons on here as well. So that's really nice. You can see we have our vertical scrolling on here. And then we also do have, we can do that now. And yeah, the animations and everything is really smooth. Coming over here to this Google page, very smooth. Everything is working really well. The drop down menu, you have a new control center as well with a brand new look. We can edit this and change it around, however we want to do it. And it just looks really nice, really fresh feeling here. We can even put it back to the old design. So when we swipe down, we get that kind of like One UI 6 look. The now bar is here, so you guys can go ahead and access that. Flick through the applications, like if you had music right here, the clock, and if we go into it, and someone wanted me to go into it, so we just type in now bar, and you'll see the applications that you can use with it. So that's here. Also, the new widgets are here as well, guys. Click on widgets. So the cool thing about the widgets is that you can basically resize them to fit your design aesthetic. So I think it's pretty cool, very nice looking. And also the new camera control is probably one of my favorite features of One UI. It just makes it a lot easier if you have these big phones for people with smaller hands. Instead of reaching up here to change stuff, you can just come down here and change stuff, with one hand. So yeah, so it's something that I really have come to appreciate here. And just to show you guys, here are all the Galaxy AI features. So it pretty much got the same Galaxy AI features that the S23 series has as well. So that's there. And yeah, your back animations, guys, very smooth. I have no complaints with the update here. All the animations very consistent across the board here, very smooth. I think the display has aged really well with the S22 Plus here. It still has very, pretty slim bezels, and then you also do have the dynamic AMOLED display. The cool thing about these older Samsung displays is that they look a lot more vibrant than the newer ones. It's 120 Hz HDR10 Plus, 1750 nits peak brightness, 6.6 inches, and it's 1080p. 393 for the PPI. I think it absolutely looks, fantastic. So that's one of my favorite things about this display. The colors pop. It's completely flat panel as well. And yeah, I have no issues with the screen on this phone. It has been really good since I got it. So overall, display smoothness with this One UI 7 update, everything still looks great. No issues at all here. This phone did launch with Android 12, so it will get up to Android 16 because it has a 4-year pledge, which is really good. This phone has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which isn't my favorite processor. It's an okay phone for gaming. It can get a little bit warm. You can still play PUBG at 90 frames. I've never had like a major issue with performance, but I think that's probably like the main thing with these 8 Gen 1 phones is they do get, you know, pretty warm just doing like, you know, regular stuff. Like I haven't even gotten to the game, it's already getting kind of warm. But yeah, so Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, 128 gigs of internal storage, 8 gigs of RAM. And yeah, it has been a pretty good performer when it comes to just casually gaming. So if you come in here and play a match or two, PUBG, Call of Duty, you want to play Genshin, this phone can still give you pretty decent performance for the most part. So I don't think it's a bad phone when it comes to gaming. But like I said, if I was, you know, looking in the old flagship marketplace, guys, I would really look at like an S22 Plus. It's going to do a lot better with the heating, and then also you can get 120 frames with that processor as well. So yeah, so definitely the gaming performance on here is fine, but just general performance with this S22 here has been very good. I have not had an issue. I don't see a lot of like animation hiccups and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been pretty happy with the performance of this One UI 7 update so far. I've done a lot of comparisons with the S22 Plus camera, and the S22 can still give you a very good shot, especially in good lighting, as you guys can see here. 15 megapixel standard, 10 megapixel telephoto. That's a 3 times, and that'll give you 30 times zoom. And then we also do have a 12 megapixel ultra wide. You can shoot an 8K24, and then we have a 10 megapixel selfie that shoots in 4K 60. Like I said, in addition to the, you know, redesigned camera app, and then also it's just gonna take great photos still. Great dynamic range. The ultra wide is pretty nice. The telephoto length does a pretty good job at 3 times. The video still looks pretty good. I think like any old flagship, you'll see it kind of be soft in low light. So that's one of the issues with this phone, I guess. But in any type of like good to, you know, decent light, you can still get a very good shot out of the S22 Plus. So it's a very impressive phone when it comes to that. I think the colors, they are a bit like overly vivid, I guess is the word. It pops too much. It's not really lifelike, but a lot of people like that, you know, kind of like look. So it just depends. But yeah, I absolutely think the cameras still look great here. The S22 Plus still has a very good speaker. So again, the speaker is pretty good amount of bass, not the craziest sounding speakers, you know, I've ever heard, but I think the top speaker does a pretty good job. So overall, a pretty nice balanced sound. The fingerprint scanner is a ultrasonic, so it's very fast, so no issues with that. And yeah, guys, the battery life to me has not really changed that much. I want to spend a little bit more time with it, but just, you know, using it for the time that I have used it, it looks like it's draining about the same. This phone has never really had bad battery life, you know, at all. So I don't think the battery life has changed that much. If you are experiencing battery problems, I did post a video on that. The best thing to do is wipe the cache partition, which I show you guys, and then honestly a factory reset typically will fix that, right? But yeah, the battery here, it's a 4500 milliamp hour battery, 45 watt charging, which is, you know, decent. Wireless charging at 15 watts and reverse wireless charging. So the S22 Plus is a very solid phone. It really is a great phone for the price. Honestly, it really doesn't have any type of major flaws because of the price you can get it at now. You got good cameras, you got a great display. The processor is probably the only thing here that's just kind of okay. You know, if you're not like a heavy, you know, gamer. But yeah, you still got one major OS update left with this phone, so you'll get that Android 16 or One UI 8 update, which is going to be very, very nice. And yeah, guys, so what do you guys think of the S22 Plus? Overall, I still think it's a very solid phone.